Why no one lives in Mississippi, 10 reasons explained. Imagine a place steeped in American history, nestled along the mighty Mississippi River, rich in culture, soul food, and music. But here's the twist. Despite all of that, people are leaving. Fast. Mississippi ranks near the bottom in population growth, and in many key categories, it's shrinking. So, why is the Magnolia State so empty? Is it the poverty, the hurricanes, the struggling schools, or something even deeper, rooted in centuries of systemic issues? Here are 10 big reasons why so few people live in Mississippi, and why even more are choosing to leave. Number 1. Persistent poverty. Let's start with a hard truth. Mississippi is the poorest state in America. As of 2025, its median household income is just under $49,000, well below the national average of $75,000. That means families here often struggle with basic needs: food, housing, healthcare. Nearly 19% of residents live below the poverty line. That's almost 1 in 5 people. And in some rural counties, that number is even higher. Generational poverty is a major factor here. Limited access to high-paying jobs, poor public services, and underfunded schools create a cycle that's hard to break. For many, escaping poverty means leaving the state altogether. Number 2. Brain drain. Young people are fleeing. Mississippi isn't just poor, it's getting older. Why? Because young people are leaving in droves. In fact, Mississippi ranks among the top 5 states for outbound migration of college-educated residents. Students graduate from schools like the University of Mississippi or Mississippi State, and then head straight to Atlanta, Dallas, or Nashville for better pay, more opportunity, and vibrant city life. And who can blame them? Entry-level salaries are low, career options are limited, and in many towns there's not much in the way of entertainment or nightlife. Number 3. Education crisis. Mississippi consistently ranks near the bottom in national education metrics. Low test scores, high dropout rates, and underfunded public schools plague much of the state, especially in rural and low-income areas. In 2024, Mississippi ranked 50th in overall school quality, according to U.S. News & World Report. Teachers are underpaid, resources are thin, and turnover is high. For families looking to raise children, this is a deal-breaker, and for professionals in education or academia, they're heading to states where their skills are valued and schools are better supported. Number 4. Healthcare deserts. Access to healthcare in Mississippi can feel like a throwback to another century. The state has some of the worst health outcomes in the U.S., with high rates of diabetes, obesity, and infant mortality. Rural hospital closures are a major issue. Since 2010, over half a dozen hospitals have shut down entirely, and many others have cut back on services. Some towns don't have a single practicing OB/GYN, and if you need a specialist, be prepared to drive hours or wait weeks. For retirees or families with chronic medical needs, this alone can push them to relocate. Number 5. Natural disasters and climate risk. Living in Mississippi comes with a natural hazard warning label. The state is a prime target for hurricanes, floods, and tornadoes. Coastal towns like Gulfport and Biloxi are constantly on edge during storm season. Inland, flash floods and tornadoes frequently wreak havoc on homes, farms, and infrastructure. The Mississippi River has a history of massive floods, and with climate change, extreme weather is becoming more frequent and more intense. Insurance premiums are rising and rebuilding again and again. Not everyone can afford it. Number 6. Racial inequality and historical legacy. Mississippi's complex racial history still casts a long shadow today. It was ground zero for many of the most violent moments of the civil rights movement, and systemic inequality still lingers. Today, disparities in wealth, education, incarceration, and access to opportunity are stark. Majority black cities like Jackson face crumbling infrastructure, failing schools, and economic disinvestment. For many young black professionals, the promise of a better life elsewhere, one with greater opportunity and less racial tension, is a powerful pull. Number 7. Infrastructure is falling apart. Drive through some Mississippi towns and you'll notice it: fast-cracked roads, aging bridges, and abandoned buildings. The American Society of Civil Engineers gave Mississippi a D+ on its infrastructure report card. In Jackson, the state capital, residents went without clean tap water for weeks in 2022 due to water system failures. Public transit is virtually non-existent outside a few urban centers. Broadband access is still a problem in many rural counties, making remote work and online education difficult. When your roads, water systems, and internet can't be trusted, people leave. Number 8. Limited job opportunities in growing sectors. Mississippi's economy is still largely based in agriculture, manufacturing, and low-wage service jobs. While these industries are essential, they aren't attracting the high-paying, tech-driven jobs of the future. In 2024, less than 2% of Mississippi's workforce was in STEM fields. Compare that to states like Colorado or Massachusetts where innovation hubs are thriving. There's no booming tech scene in Tupelo, no venture capital in Vicksburg. And unless that changes, job seekers will keep looking elsewhere. Number 9. Struggling cities, shrinking towns. Even Mississippi's biggest cities are facing big problems. Jackson, the largest city, is losing residents year after year. From 2010 to 2023, Jackson's population fell by over 10%. Crime, failing infrastructure, and lack of jobs are pushing people out. Smaller towns? They're disappearing altogether. Places like Chula, Marks, or Itta Bena have lost more than a third of their population since the 1980s. Young people don't want to stay, older residents eventually pass on, and no one's moving in. The result? Quiet main streets, shuttered stores, and schools closing their doors. Number 10. Reputation and perception. Let's be real. Mississippi has a branding problem. For many Americans, the word conjures images of poverty, racism, and backwards politics. Even though parts of the state are making progress, growing local economies, improving education, and investing in infrastructure, the stigma is hard to shake. That perception keeps investors away. It deters new residents, and it makes it harder to build momentum for real change. Reputation isn't everything, but in a competitive mobile America, it matters. Mississippi is a state full of soul, resilience, and history, but it's also facing deep-rooted challenges that are driving people away. From poverty to infrastructure, healthcare to hurricanes, living here isn't for the faint of heart. The question is, can Mississippi reinvent itself, or will it continue down the path of quiet decline? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into America's forgotten places.